Hey there, I'm Alan Matthews from Classical Guitar Shed, and in this video we will be discussing and looking at the E minor scale. Very popular scale, goes right with that rich and dark E minor chord, and so you'll find out all about the E minor scale in this video. If you enjoy this, please subscribe to this channel, and also if you would like a printout, PDF printout of these scales, of all of these open position scales, you can find that at the link below. It's free, and you can just download that for your practice room. Great, so looking at this notation here, we have the grid. So if you play by the grid, then you start with the lowest sounding string and work up each string from low sounding to high sounding and back down. Here on the musical staff, we have tab down here, which is the fret numbers, not the finger numbers, although it actually is the finger numbers as well for this scale. And then on the musical notation, we have numbers with circles around them. These represent string numbers, first string down to the sixth string. And then the numbers besides the notes are the finger numbers, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Little finger is 4. And then O just means play the string with no finger on it. When you're first learning a scale, then you can use any right hand finger you want. Don't even worry about the right hand. Just focus on the left hand, and we'll talk all about the left hand in just a second. But you can just completely ignore the right hand. The right hand is beyond the scope of this video, but if you see the link below, you'll find links to all sorts of right hand tutorials. So playing this scale, starting on the low sixth string, we have O, 2, 3. And then the same on the fifth string. Then O, 2, 4. This is the anomaly of the scale. That's the only 4. And then the next string, O2. Second string, O1, 3, B, C, D. And then the open E. And then you can come back down if you would like to. You'll notice this has a nice dark sound to it. And so it includes the notes for the E minor scale, or the E minor chord rather. And so if you're playing a piece of music that is in E minor, has a lot of E minor chords in it, then you will be using these notes. So when you're playing scales, keep your hand in a nice C shape, keep your thumb behind your fingers, and your fingers gently curved. Not like this, but nice and gently curved. Keep your thumb so that the pad touches the back of the guitar, not like this. So as you do this, make sure that you rotate a little bit this way so that your little finger is curved. You don't want to keep like this and then make your little finger reach to be playing things. Instead, keep your fingers curved, keep your hands curved, and your index finger will be straighter than your little finger, oftentimes. If your neck is down low like this, it's going to be more difficult to play this. It's just more difficult to play scale stuff in general with a low neck. Raise your neck up and you can use your body more effectively, more efficiently, and it's easier to get to these notes. So also when you're playing, keep your fingers, when you play a note, keep it right behind the fret. Not far back in the middle of the fret, but right behind the fret. Not right on top of it, because that'll mute it out, but just behind the fret. And so try to get your fingers, of course, the 2 and 3 don't want to stretch apart very well, but try to get those notes right behind the fret, and that's going to take the least amount of finger strength and finger pressure to make the richest sound and the clearest sound on the guitar. So it's a good habit in general, and you can use your scales to practice this. A couple of things to avoid. Don't let this part of your finger, your big knuckle of your index finger, or the meat of your hand, you don't want those to touch the back of the guitar. Whenever you do, then chances are things are not as good as they could be. If you're glued here, then you're going to have to reach funny with the little finger. It's just going to reduce your ability to move. And if you place this part of your hand on the back of the guitar, that means probably your thumb is going to cross beyond your index finger, and that means that your fingers can't stretch apart very well. So much better to keep your thumb behind your fingers, nice C shape. As soon as you can, after you have learned and memorized this particular scale up and down, then when you're practicing this, play it in a steady, of a rhythm as you possibly can. Use a metronome. If you need some tips on metronome usage, you can find that at the link below. One of the things we train in classical guitar using scales is the ability to play in time. So putting a finger down right at a specific point in time, lifting a finger up at a specific point in time. And this really goes into our pieces, so it makes our pieces more beautiful when we're playing them. So keeping it right in time, and then also connecting the notes as much as possible. You can do this with whatever right hand technique you're doing. If you're just learning the scale, then don't worry about this one. But as soon as you can, listen to how well the notes connect. So you want the first note to connect seamlessly to the next note instead of having a big gap. And so we want to connect them as smoothly as possible. And these are the two of the main things that we practice when we're practicing scales. These are technical acts, and then as well as learning the notes so that whenever we see them in music, we can recognize it. I see that this is little snippets of an E minor scale, and that way it makes pieces easier to remember. On the music theory side, you can notice that the key of E minor has one sharp, as does the key of G. And so they share a common key signature. This is the one sharp. That means that every time we see an F, we're going to sharp it. So on the low E string, an F is the first fret, F sharp is the second fret. That's also why we play this fourth fret on the fourth string, because that is the F sharp instead of it's F sharp. Lovely. So I hope you have enjoyed this exploration of the E minor scale. It's a good one. You'll certainly see it in your music. And if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to this channel. And you can get a printout of this scale and many others at the link below, should you desire. All right. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.